Hey family, you want a perfect potato salad? Look no further than this. You're gonna wash you up some potatoes. I made a little small pan of them, so I washed 4 or 5 potatoes. They were medium size, and you want to dice them all the same size. I took my time and just kind of cut them into the cubes that I wanted, so that it has a good feel and they all cook evenly. Okay, once you dice them, you're going to wash them and rinse them really well. You'll see my water is really cloudy here. That means it needs another rinse, sis. Keep rinsing until it is clear, just like so. So here you're going to take you some bacon, cut it up. I started my bacon in my Dutch pot, and while the bacon was cooking on the side, I took some Cabot sharp cheddar. As you can see, I broke it in half and grated the cheese, but I also added a little bit more because the cheese is just going to go on top of the potatoes once they are in the pan. Okay, so you're just going to make sure you cook your bacon. You don't want to make it like crispy because it's still got to go in the oven, so you want to cook it sort of, I don't want to say al dente because it's like pasta, but cook it, but don't cook it all the way through, if that makes any sense. I dried my potatoes off after they rinsed clear. That was me showing you, take a paper towel, make sure you dry your potatoes off really well. And then from there, I take my bacon out and put it on a paper towel. I take those dried potatoes and drop them over in that bacon grease. Did you hear me? You drop them potatoes over in that bacon grease, that bacon fat where you cook that bacon. Don't take that out because that's good eating, okay? I'm a southerner. We keep bacon grease. So from there, I added some red onions, tossed it all around in the bacon fat, and then I'm just gonna season it up. Like I said, you guys, use what you got. I put a little bit of salt, onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, and just to kind of bring up the flavors. And so here is one of my keys. You want to mash your potatoes evenly around the pan, and listen, from here, don't touch it. Let it hang out. Let it do what it do. Then you want to come back and stir it. So as I see my potatoes are getting softer, I take some olive oil, Pam, and I spray my bacon dish. And from here, you'll see my pan has gotten darker. No worries. All of that, is just where that flavor has come in on your potatoes. So you're going to take your potatoes out and put them in your baking dish, and you're going to top them heavily with your cheese of choice. I used, of course, the sharp cheddar from Cabot and made sure every nook and cranny was covered at the top. And from there, I took the bacon that I cooked and put it on top of the cheese. You can layer it how you want to. Now, what I didn't do, which I wish I had, which I didn't have any at the house, was some green onions or some chives. You can always use that once your pan comes out of the oven. So this is the key. You're going to make like a custard to go in. So I use some chicken stock, just a little bit, maybe 1/4 of a cup. And then I added an egg and some milk. And you're just going to whisk it to make that custard that you're going to pour over your potatoes in your baking dish. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm just whisking everything up till I know the yolk and the egg is completely mixed in, and I'm just gonna pour it over the potatoes, the cheese. You ain't got to disturb nothing. This is easy, no guesswork involved, and you're gonna throw that thing in the oven. And when I tell you, when it's done, it cooks for about 15-20 minutes. It's the perfect potato side. I paired it with some steak and salad, but check this out. Do this and try it. Let me know if you did.